Good morning. Thanks for joining me another walk in the woods. So this morning, I'd like to talk about the Bible. Oh, wait, don't turn it off yet. Listen to what I have to say. I want to talk about the Bible in the context of stories, about powerful stories that have really remained central and part of our life, in modern life for years and years. And you know, stories are very powerful things. If you want to get your point across, tell a story that people can relate to. And that's what happened. I used to think the Bible sort of insignificant, not important to my life today. Let's just read the other part of the world's literature and forget about the Bible. And I remember when I was in seminary reading about base Christian communities, and when women in South America sat down together to study the Bible, they came to see themselves in these stories. This is about me. This is about my journey, about the struggle I have. It's personal. And I think that's how I tend to look at the Bible. It's personal. Most of us don't know there's two creation stories in the start of the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible, but there's one that is very co-equal, that God created humankind and then separated them and made them Ish and Ishna, male and female. God created them equally, created at the same time. And then there's another story which isn't very co-equal. It seems to be pretty much misogynistic, sort of like, well, look at this. Here God created man, and then from the side of man, God pulled a rib out of this, and then lo and behold, created woman, sort of as a secondary thing. Some feminists say that God was getting better in his creation. But to me, which story survived? Which story did Jesus emulate? And I think he emulated the former one. And I think that's pretty important. Now, if we look at the stories of the resurrection, I could go along with Christianity, but I can't believe this resurrection stuff. Well, it might be true, but let's just think about it. How is resurrection like you? Where have you been resurrected in your life? And in each of the four different and differing resurrection stories, each speaks to us in a different way. Were you like Thomas, the doubter? Were you like Mary, running to the tomb and seeing the empty tomb and encountering Jesus and first mistaking him as being a gardener? And then, oh my gosh, it's Jesus. Or was it like the gospel was for this past Sunday? Two disciples walking a 7-mile journey after the crucifixion and death and burial of Jesus, getting out of town, walking along the road, and a stranger comes by. The stranger says, hey, what's going on? And they tell him what's going on. And he says, let me show you where this is related to you in these scriptures. And Jesus unfolded them. But they still didn't get it. They kept on walking, kind of laid it all up in their head. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. And Jesus was only revealed to them after they said, well, no sense you going on. We don't know who you are, of course, but you're a stranger that we walked with these miles. Come and have hospitality with us. Lodge with us. Break bread with us. And then their eyes were open. So when they took the first step, when they became hospitable, when they broke their bread and offered bread amongst themselves with Jesus, their eyes were open. So think about it. Think about those stories that you think are sort of hackneyed. I've heard it again and again. But what are they to you? How do they apply to you in your life? That's the question. And when you have the answer, come along on the journey. God bless you today.